March 18th, the daytime card. But anyways, one half, we just talked to Brody McDougal. We have the other half of the 170 title fight. Daniel Keepers, let's bring him on in. Bada bing, bada boom. Hey!
What's up?
What's going on, Dan Keepers? Welcome to Table Titans.
Thanks for having me.
KC, huh? We can hear you.
Yeah, loud and clear, man.
Kansas City Chief fan, huh?
Oh yeah, we taking it this year. Yes, sir.
You're from the area.
No, I'm not from the area. I'm just a Patrick Mahomes fan and Travis Kelce fan, so I support them a lot.
So I didn't probably do it justice. Bring me through what brought you to G&G.
All right, so it's a long story, man. You got time for it?
Yeah, dude, the floor is yours.
It's yours. If you have time, we have time.
All right, I bet. So, I got into fighting my brother. He fights my younger brother. He's a year younger than me. He convinced me to get into it. We made a promise that, like, in 5 years, if I wasn't where I wanted to be with music, I'd get into fighting. Because he said I just had, like, a natural thing for it. COVID ended up hitting. And then I was just like, all right, let's do it. And I was like, but if I'm going to do it, I want to take everything serious, you know? I wanted to throw myself in the fire, which I did. Last year was my first year, like really just being in there. And I didn't shy away from anything. I was just in there. So I moved to Iowa, from Vegas to Iowa, joined my brother gym. But me and his coach, yep, go ahead.
Are you originally from Vegas?
No, I'm originally from Wisconsin. But I moved to Vegas when I was 21 with my older sister, who's she's a travel nurse. So I moved there with her. She's like my second mom. So, yeah, it was just, at the time, it was the best thing for me to do, like best decision to make, I guess. And I learned a lot moving there. Like, I grew a lot as a person, mentally, spiritually. And I don't know, now that I'm on this fight journey, it's like it's constantly just, those things are just getting better and better. Like, with different challenges, adversity, and just learning how to, like, maneuver through it and go through the fire and not try to go around it or, like, cower away from anything. Just go through it and figure it out. And, you know, it is what it is. But back to the story. So
you mentioned Vegas to Wisconsin, Idaho?
Iowa to Iowa. So I went to Iowa to join my brother gym. And me and his coach, it didn't click. He was, I don't like bashing people, man, but the dude was kind of a weenie, man. He was a weenie. He was a weenie. So we just didn't click. We didn't click. He had I guess the little dick syndrome or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. He wanted to be, I don't know. We just didn't click. So I ended up staying in Iowa for a year, and I wasn't really training with anybody. I was just like doing stuff on my own. And then eventually I joined the boxing gym, Elite Boxing. And I was there for like 3 months or 2 months. And then I met an old man, Jason Franklin. That's the guy that got me to move here. I met him. I took a fight on like 7-day notice or 8-day notice or something like that with him against Martin Thompson. And he held to his word. Everything he told me, he held to it, you know. And I always said, like, I need a coach and someone that I feel like I can trust and I can go to about anything, and like that, never take it the wrong way or anything like that. And he's been that plus more, man. He's been amazing, and I respect him a lot and I appreciate him a lot. So I came out here. I took the fight on short notice, and I got in the gym for like 1 day, and we trained for like 3 hours, 4 hours the day before the fight. I took it at a catch weight. After the fight, I went back to Iowa, and then I had made plans to go back home to Vegas, and I was going to leave the boxing gym that I was at because I was only working on boxing for a short period of time. And then I went back home to Vegas, went to Extreme Couture, started training there. I had a rib cage injury that I was dealing with while I was training there. And then eventually, me and old man, Jason Franklin, we stayed in contact. Like, he'll always either hit me up or I hit him up. sending him like little different videos of me training at Extreme Couture, just asking his opinion on things. And he was always available. He was just always there, man. Like, just a great guy. Like, it's one of those people where it's like, I don't know. I always said, like, for me, for my coach, I want to see the guy that's looking over me almost like my father, because I lost my father at 14. So he's kind of like that. I kind of see him as a father figure. To me, he's family. And I stick my neck out there for him, you know, and I'll walk through fire for him if he told me to. And then I ask questions later. So eventually he convinced me to move out here. I came out here April of last year, because it's 2023. So April last year I came out here. And I just been grinding, man, working on my beat, my wrestling, my BJJ, just fine tuning my striking, just getting better and better. Had a few bumps in the road. I fought Austin Shoot. That went all right. Turned around, fought David Rice. That didn't go too well. That loss kind of sting. I want that one back. I plan on getting that one back. And then I didn't know that I had a partial tear in my supraspinatus. I found that out after the fight. And I just been rehabbing. So I kind of just been on the sideline for a little minute. But it's probably one of the best things that ever happened. That injury in itself. It sucked being on the sideline and like not knowing when I'd be healthy and shit like that. But I got great coaches, man. Coach Darby, Old Man, Coach Dan, Coach Chris. I got great teammates. And they just, I don't know, my coaches helped me figure out ways to stay positive about it and continue to develop and grow as an athlete, and then mentally as a person and an athlete, spiritually as a person and an athlete. And I think that's something that a lot of people fail to realize, that a lot of people think it's just physical, fighting is physical, but that's a small percentage of it. A big percentage is mainly mental and spiritual, you know, and I'm learning that every day, and it's growing, and it's showing. It's showing in the gym. Like over these past, like I say 3 months, I look the best that I've ever looked, like in every area of fighting. I don't know. And I give all the thanks to my coaches, and mainly Old Man, because he was the guy that convinced me to come here. He convinced me to come here, man. Like, so if it wasn't for him, I don't know.
Man when I talk.
Huh?
I'm gonna start calling him Old Man. I'm gonna start calling him Old Man.
Yeah, he's a great guy, man. He's a great guy. Like, if you know him, you know he's a great guy. Like, so I give it, I mean, glory to God and stuff like that. But Old Man, like, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have came here, you know. And who knows? I probably would have went through a few more gyms, a few more shitty coaches, a few more shitty experiences. But now everything is starting to click, and it's starting to click at the right time. And like, man, I feel really good, and I'm just excited. I'm excited to be healthy, and I don't know, man. I'm excited to go out there, like, man, I don't know, it's just clicking.
We're excited for you. And I'm dying to ask you this question because you mentioned it earlier.
Yes,
your music career.
Yeah.
What were you doing in your music career? Like, what were you, a singer, or what was it?
Oh yeah, I sing it right, man. So that's my first love right there. That's my passion. Like, that's something that'll never die for me. Music. I sing it right. I still write from time to time. I love singing. Melodies always playing in my head. Music always playing in my head. So yeah, that's my first love.
I want to put you on the spot. Can you do something for us?
Oh man, don't put me on the spot, man. I've been look. I worked early in the morning. I got up at 5, went to work, went from work to physical therapy. They working me out like a dog because they trying to build the muscle back up in the shoulder. Now I went from physical therapy to trained for a few hours. I'm tired. I ain't gonna sing right now, man.
All right. Well, Nick, who does our social media, he said your walkout song better be on point, or gotta be on point.
Oh no, so my walkout song it's already been decided. My coach mentioned it like a month after my David Rice fight. He was like, "This is gonna be a walkout song." The only thing is, I was injured, and I kept retweaking my shoulder because I was like, I didn't want to sit. It was hard for me to just like sit out of the gym. I don't know. You guys probably, if you're an athlete, you probably know what it's like to like be injured and like you constantly you like, oh, I'm feeling better, even though you know you're not feeling 100%, but you just like you want to be in there, and you watching everybody, and they perform and they going, and it's just like I want to be in there. You know, I want to keep getting better. I want to keep working on things. Like it's hard, man, and you got to try to find that balance. Back to old man, he forced me to sit for like 3 weeks. It was a long 3 weeks, like eventually, but it did my shoulder. It did it a lot of justice. Like now I'm able to just go, and I can just go full throttle. I don't even think about it anymore. I'm just going now. So it feels good.
So Monetize Pain is in the comments. Monetize Pain. It seemed like they're a fan of yours. They probably know you, but they're asking
that's my
you
bro.
for
That's my brother, man. That's my little brother, man. That's my
He wants
brother.
you to sing.
He said you got to sing.
Oh man. Oh man.
Let's go.
Another time. This gonna
said,
be a
"Don't
long
run-
journey.
I don't know if you can see the comments. Said, man, don't run away from the challenge at hand. Sing.
With some glasses,
Oh,
like
man. You see this?
it's okay. Sing when you get that belt.
I got you.
Man.
After I give my thanks to God, to my family, to old man, to my coaches, to my teammates, and all that, I bust a note. I got it.
All right, cool.
Go.
Who would you say? I love the singing thing because I'm not a singer, but I pretend that I am, and I love to sing.
Yeah.
I love you. Like, who would you say you like you're like an artist that you would say you sound like, or your style is like influenced by?
My style is more like modern day soul pop, so like Sam Smith or I don't know. I've been told I sound like a few people. Some I don't really get. Like somebody told me I sound like Daniel Caesar before. I don't feel like I sound like Daniel Caesar. I feel like I sound like me. But the artists that I admire are people like Michael Jackson, like the greats, man. Sam Smith, I think he's a great. I think he already solidified himself there. I don't know. I listen to a lot of music, R&B artists like Usher, Chris Brown. Not Chris Brown so much these days, but back in the day, Chris Brown, Usher. I don't know. I love a lot of music, man. So I'm inspired. I take inspiration from anywhere. Like, and when you're a writer, because I don't only sing, I also write. So sometimes when I write, I would write for other artists. So sometimes I write a song and I would imagine that I'm writing it for John Legend. So I would try to give it a John Legend feel, you know, or I feel like I'm writing for like Charlie Puth or writing for a female. So I would try to give it that artist type of feel. So I experimented with all type of stuff. It's just if I would have made it somewhere with music where I wanted to be in 5 years, I would have stuck with music. But because I wasn't where I wanted to be, I walked away from it. Like I created a few songs, I just never released them. And my brother in my family, they was always like, release them. And I'm like, nah, they just not where I want them to be. And I'm my biggest critic, away from anybody else. Like I love my coaches, like, because they super hard on me. I'm the same way in fighting. My coaches are hard on me, right? And they don't shortchange anything with me. But I'm also my biggest critic. So when they on my ass about something, it's in my head. And then I'm at home and then I shadow box for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And then I'm exercising, I'm working out, like, and I'm trying to work on the things they tell me. I'm watching like NCAA tournaments. I'm watching, like, if I get caught with something in the gym, I'm watching how to defend it. I'm watching, like, I don't know. I'm constantly just always trying to be better, man. And I'm always trying to perfect my craft. And that's why in this sport, I feel like that's one of my biggest strengths right there is like, I'm always trying to be better than I was the day before. Like literally, like I live by that. For me, it's a lifestyle. So like, I don't know, man. And once again, I appreciate old man because I tell him all the time, like after gym session or whatever, I tell him all the time, like, I appreciate you. But I don't know if he know how much I appreciate him. And I'd be like, man, like, I'm not just saying, I really do. Like, because, like I said, if it wasn't for him, I don't know. It could have really been delayed because we run into asshole coaches that they feel like, I don't know, some coaches are just weenies, man. I don't know.
We're bringing back the word. Dude, Monetize Pain, your little brother is your biggest hype man. He just keeps dropping comments after comments. Listen, I think all right, let's not get ahead of ourselves, but we got a fight obviously coming up. But
Yeah.
I think we might have to introduce the fighting singer, man. Like that could be your, I don't want to say your gimmick because I think gimmicks make it sound like corny, but like that
Yeah.
could be your thing. You got the stage, you got the president, you
Your
got the platform.
persona.
Yeah, your persona, you got the platform. It's like, hey, listen, man.
We had a live music walkout last show.
Yeah, we did have
The
Hassan
first
Graham, you know
fighter
him?
that sings his own walkout song.
Yep, I know Hassan Graham.
So did you
I've
see
been-
Hassan Graham? He came out with a wrap up.
Yeah, I think that was dope, man. Hassan, he a cool dude. He a cool dude.
You could
Sing yourself out. Sing your own walkout song as you come to the cage.
Preparing to kill him, man, and coming out to my own tune. I like it.
Yeah.
And dude, that would be ESPN top 10. Guarantee. You come out belting some R&B, like,
Imagine like dropping a
That's,
single.
that's one way to release it.
Right?
Yeah. that's a good song. All right, let's work
Yeah.
on that. I think we're onto something.
Definitely.
It's definitely a first.
I talked to my coaches. They was kind of said, Coach Darby was kind of saying that he was like, you could do like the national anthem or something. I was laughing. I think it's funny.
Yeah, dude.
Are you down?
The national anthem? I don't know,
If
man.
it helps you relax. If it helps you relax.
Think about that. The offer's out there. We're always looking. Andy sings it. We have video. Let's
I'ma
think
think
about it
about
because
it.
that would be pretty cool. Think about it.
I'm gonna think about it. Think about it.
Think about it. All right. Well, hey, we appreciate you taking the time out tonight
Great.
and kind of give us a little bit of insight on your journey.
Yep.
And we look forward. I look forward because old man, as you call him, Jason Franklin. Him and I go back to like 2009.
Yeah.
When I started Cage Titans and he started. He was with Premier FC. So I've known him for a long time, and he's mentioned your name a few times, and he kind of filled me in a little bit on your journey. And you know, I'm excited that we finally got a chance to get you on one of our cards and
Yeah.
let you showcase your skills and talents to our Cage Titans community.
Yeah, this one's gonna be special, man. Like I was telling my brother, like everybody talking about it's a title fight. I'm like, that's a plus. You know, like to me that's a plus. But my next fight, I was already telling old man this, recovering from my injury. I was like, this next one, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. I can feel it. Like I just feel it, man. And I like when I'm in the gym or when I'm at home, I just feel it. So I'm excited, man. And I hope I'm gonna say this. I hope he's putting in the work because I watched his tape. He bangs. He bangs. I respect that. And he used to play hockey, so I know he's tough. I know he got some toughness in him. I watched his interview. I listened to him because I like to get as much mentally and physically like what my opponent do and who they are. So I just, man, it's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be a fun night. It should be a banger because he's gonna be tough. So I'm expecting him to be tough. So it's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a good one, man. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you on March 18th. Thanks for spending some time with us, and good luck in the next 6 weeks of training, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers.
Wow.
Go KC and the Super Bowl, I guess.
I didn't want to get no cake. Go KC. I mean, I respect that he likes KC, but I mean, actually, I don't even really care. It is
I
what-
don't
I mean,
care.
yeah, I don't.
I don't like the team or the sport as much anymore.
Like, actually.
Really, I really.
Oh yeah, Jalen Hurts, right? Yeah. Okay, I guess.
Casey.
Melody Keepers, man. I gotta say, what's up, Tony Rivera? Tony Rivera mentioned his fight earlier, Carlos Vespasiano. Man, Daniel Keepers. I love having new people that we
Good
haven't had
energy.
on. Yeah, good energy.
Right there.
Yeah, I think he was in a rocking chair.
Yeah.
He was definitely in a rocking chair because
One of those
I
big
didn't like
rocker
the
launchers.
yeah, man. I've been hearing about this guy for the last year. Jason and I talk, often, and he's mentioned his name a few times, and I'm pretty stoked because Jason said this kid's got some talent, and to get up and move across country and to pursue this, like to put in the time and like that takes a special kind of dedication to person, like, just to uproot your life and just go on the road in search of training.
Once or twice,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Uh,
Fucking weenies.